Okay, I knew that was going to happen. I'm going to go back to 19. And Avram asked his father, saying, Father, tell me, where is Elohim who created heaven and earth, and which created all the sons of man upon earth, and who created you, and which created me, even me upon the earth? And Terah answered his son Avram and said, Behold, those who created all of us are with us in the house. And Avram said to his father, My master, show them to me, I pray you. And Terah brought Avram into the chamber of the inner court, and Avram saw, and behold, the whole room was full of gods of wood and stone, 12 great images, and others less than they without number. And Terah said to his son, Behold, these are they which made all which you see upon the earth, and which created me and you and all men upon the earth. And Terah bowed down to his gods, and he then went away from them, and Avram his son went away with him. Of course, this is Abraham. And when Avram had gone from them, he went to his mother and sat before her. And he said to his mother, Behold, my father has shown me those who made heaven and earth, and all the sons of man. Now therefore hasten and fetch a kid from the flock, and make of it savory meat, that I may bring it to my father's gods as an offering for them to eat. Perhaps I may thereby become acceptable to them. And his mother did so. And she fetched the kid and made savory meat thereof, and brought it to Avram. And Avram took the savory meat from his mother, and brought it before his father's gods, and he drew near to them that they might eat. And Terah his father did not know of it. And Avram saw on the day when he was sitting among them that they had no voice, no hearing, no motion, and not one of them could stretch forth his hand to eat. And Avram mocked them and said, Surely the savory meat that I prepared was not pleasing in their eyes, or perhaps it was too little for them. For that reason they would not eat. Therefore tomorrow I will prepare fresh savory meat, better and more plentiful than this, in order that I may see the result. And it was on the morrow that Avram directed his mother concerning the savory meat, and his mother rose and fetched 3 fine kids from the flock, and she made of them some excellent savory meat, such as her son was fond of, and she gave it to her son Avram. And Terah his father did not know of it. And Avram took the savory meat from his mother, and brought it before his father's gods into the chamber, and he came near unto them that they might eat, and he placed it before them. And Abraham sat before them all day, thinking perhaps they might eat. And Avram viewed them, and behold, they had neither voice nor hearing, nor did one of them stretch forth his hand to eat the meat. And in the evening of the day, in the house, that Avram was clothed with the spirit of Elohim. And he called out and said, Woe, woe unto my father in this wicked generation, whose hearts are all inclined to vanity, who serve these idols of wood and stone, which can neither eat, smell, hear, nor speak, who have mouths without speech, eyes without sight, ears without hearing, hands without feeling, and legs which cannot walk. Like them are all those that made them, and all that trust in them, and all that serve them and bow to them. Like them. And when Avram saw all these things, his anger was kindled against his father, and he hastened and took a hatchet in his hand, and came unto the chamber of the gods, and he broke all his father's gods. And when he had done breaking the images, he placed the hatchet in the hand of the great God which was there before them, and he went out. And Terah his father came home, for he had heard at the door of the house the sound of the striking of a hatchet. So Terah came into the house to know what is this and what is that. And Terah, having heard the noise of the hatchet in the room of images, and Terah ran to the room to the images, and he met Avram going out from there. And Terah entered the room and found all the idols fallen and broken down, and the hatchet in the hand of the largest, which was not broken, and the savory meat which Avram his son had made was still before them. And when Terah saw this that had been done, his anger was greatly kindled, and he hastened and went from the room to Avram. And he found Avram his son still standing in the house. And he said to him, What is this work you have done to my gods? And Avram answered Terah his father and said, Not so, my lord. For I have brought savory meat before them, and when I came near to them with the meat that they might eat, they all at once stretched forth their hands to eat, before the great one had put forth his hand to eat. And the large one saw their works that they did before him, and his anger was violently kindled against them. And he went and took the hatchet that was in the house, and came to them, and broke them all. And behold, the hatchet is yet in his hand, as you see. And Terah's anger was kindled against his son Avram when he spoke this. And Terah said to Avram his son in his anger, What is this tale you have told? You speak lies to me. Is there in these gods spirit and soul and power to do all you have told me? Are they not wood and stone, and have I not made them myself? And can you speak such lies, saying that the large God that was with them smote them? It is you that did place the hatchet in his hand, and then you say he smote them all. And Avram answered his father and said to him, And how can you serve these idols in whom there is no power to do anything? Can those idols in which you trust deliver you? Can they hear your prayers when you call upon them? Can they deliver you from the hands of your enemies? Or will they fight your battles for you against your enemies, that you should serve wood and stone which can neither speak nor hear? And surely it is not good for you, nor for the sons of men that are connected with you, to do these things. Are you so silly, so foolish, or so short of understanding that you will serve wood and stone and do after this thing? And forget Yah Elohim, who made heaven and earth, and who created you on the earth, and thereby bring a great evil upon your soul in this thing, by serving wood and stone. We're wrapping this up, because verse 16 and 17 talks about them receiving this mark in their hand and in their forehead, or in their forehead, that they may neither buy nor sell nor trade or do anything unless they receive this mark. And let's look at Exodus 16 and verse 23 through 30. He said to them, Moshe said to the people, because, well, first let me digress. I mean, this image that is going to be made is supposedly supposed to be given life to it. Now, the thing is, we have to understand it is an image. And they have a little way now of making things come to life. We have supposedly seen crying statues of blood. I mean, there's some phenomena that's taking place that, people are really being beguiled by, and just caught up in this foolishness and not understanding that there is an invisible creator, an eternal energy, an eternal spirit that is present within all of us. It is within us. It's also through us. And because of it, we exist, and we have this intelligence and this reason and this power that we have. But people will always are looking to make things like, visible. We believe what we see, so to speak, but we have to understand faith is the substance of what is hoped for and the evidence of what is unseen. And so there's some deeper realities that are not seen. I mean, we don't see gravity. We don't see love. I mean, we see love in the demonstration of it. But there's forces, we don't see, the sun, the light before the sun comes up. I mean, even though it never sets and goes down, there's some things that are not seen in existence that we know exist, and so we have to understand the same relates to the Creator. But now, one of his clearest marks are being counterfeited as well, which is the Sabbath. And the mark of the beast is the Sabbath. This is what we have to understand. And he has professedly said that he has changed the seventh day to the first day. I will put the Catholic confessions up of that as well. The Catholic confessions of Sabbath, okay? This will also be a part of the resources, how they have changed the Sabbath. Because the Sabbath is the only day that you are not supposed to buy, sell, or do anything mundane, but to set it apart to the Father, which he seals on your right hand and in your forehead, okay? It says this. This is what he said. Tomorrow is a rest, a Sabbath set apart to Yah. That which you bake, bake, and that which you cook, cook. And lay up for yourselves all that is left over to keep it until morning. And they laid it up till morning as Moshe commanded, and it did not stink, and no worm was in it. And Moshe said, eat it today, for today is a Sabbath to Yah. Today you do not find it in the field. So there's nothing in the field for you to go and procure or to bring in. Gather it 6 days, but on the seventh day, which is the Sabbath, there is none. And it came to be, some of the people went out on the seventh day to gather, but they found none. They weren't supposed to do that. They broke the commandment. And Yah said to Moshe, how long would you refuse to guard my commands and my Torot? See, because Yah has given you the Sabbath, therefore he is giving you bread for 2 days on the sixth day. Let each one stay in his place, and do not let anyone go out of his place on the seventh day. So the people rested on the seventh day. Okay, so there you have rest on the seventh day. Now the thing is this. What this beast intends to do, and has always intended to do, is this. It speaks words against the Most High, and it wears out the set-apart ones of the Most High, and it intends to change appointed times and law. So there we have it again. It changes the appointed times and the law. and they are given into his hand for a time, times, and half a time. Okay, so here we have them being given into his hand for this time, and it changes the law, it changes the appointed times, it makes people worship the beast through deception, through guile. And its number is 606 and 6, okay? 666, which is the number of man. 6, of course, being the number of man. The deeper thing is that when you look up the word vicarious for the day, and I will put that in there, which is one of the titles of the Pope, that Roman numeral equivalent is 666. The Vicar of Christ is what that is. The substitute Son of God. Vicarious Filii Dei, substitute Son of God, is 666. That is the office and the title of the Pope, and that is what marks him. The Vatican, as we will read in Revelation 17, which coincides with Revelation 13, although we did not really touch on Revelation 17 much, gives you all the identifying marks of the Catholic, or the Vatican, the Catholic Church, as the fourth beast. And this is what we have to understand, because we are in some very treacherous times, and this beast is really about to make its last push. I hope you all have not forgotten historically about the inquisitions and crusades that have taken place in history, where bloodshed beyond belief was carried out, torture, all because of their heretical doctrines and the enforcement of their belief. And it's coming soon. It's coming very soon again. We're seeing a portion of it with Islam, radical Islam, carrying out its mission that was Vatican inspired and created, and warring against Christians, quote unquote. But this is all a part of the plan to bring forth this Luciferian kingdom unimpeded. And so, it's a deep time we're in, people. Very, very deep time. So Revelation 13, we're dealing with the two beasts. You're dealing with the beast from the sea, which is the Vatican, and the beast from the earth, which is the United States, and how their roles in these times will be unfolded. And I have some articles I will come back later around noontime and present to you, so you can digest those as well, and see how it all lines up. So with that, Yivarecha Yahuwah vayishmerecha, Ya'ar Yahuwah panav anecha vayishnucha, Yisa Yahuwah panav alecha vayisam lecha shalom. May Yah bless you and keep you. May Yah cause his countenance to shine upon you and be kind unto you. May Yah lift up his face unto you and give you peace. One love. Shalom Aleichem.